Hello, I'm sitting here editing the video for my YouTube channel, and I just realized that I did use two different cameras. I used the camera that I'm using now to record this video, and I used my smart glasses to record the other videos. Now, you will see that the sound quality is different in the video, but I do prefer the quality sound of my actual camera. It just sounds better. The glasses, they enhance the sound because of the microphones in the camera. I mean, in the glasses. I apologize, but just bear with me. Just starting up this channel, but I'm gonna get everything right. I going forward, I think I'm gonna stick with my regular camera, just for the sound quality. It just sounds way better. But just bear with me. We're gonna get it right. Other than that, enjoy the video.
Today is a wonderful, cold, rainy day in New York. So today, I customer has brought this vehicle, and it's a Hyundai. It is a 2017 to be precise. And the customer brought this vehicle in for a couple of complaints. One of the complaints that they are having is a wheel bearing noise. So today, we're going to learn how to diagnose a wheel bearing. If the wheel bearing is making a noise, or it could be something else. But I will walk through the steps on what to listen for when you're dealing with sounds going on in a vehicle, which is probably, in my year experience, top complaints with customers and vehicles is the noise, the dreaded noises. So first thing, you don't want to have any sound going on in the vehicle. No radio, no air. It's not a hot day, even with a hot day, kind of want to have the window up. It sucks. I know. It's one of the parts that suck about the job. But good, if there is a problem with the wheel bearing, good news is you can find it early, roll the window up, turn the AC on a hot day. On a cool day like this, perfectly fine. So I'm going to take this boy on the highway so we can get up to some speeds. All right. Let's go ahead and drive on out of here. See what we hear. So right now I'm hearing at very low speeds. So that indicates if it is the wheel bearing, it's really bad. So one way to diagnose a bad wheel bearing noises, as you can hear, or play in either the front end or the rear end of the vehicle. So this would be a pretty easy diagnosis, hearing that noise. And when you drive on the road, yeah, see, that's bad. And what happens is the faster you go, the louder it gets. So we're going to take it for a little spin. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going 20 miles. And this thing is growling like crazy. They also have a complaint for the check engine light, which is on. We'll also go in there and see what the check engine light's on for. And hopefully, the problem is coming from the wheel bearing and not the transmission, which can sometimes be mistaken. Some people will say, "Hey, I got a wheel bearing noise." Then you go in and get further diagnosis on the vehicle and find out transmission is bad. So I'll also walk through different steps of how to pinpoint where the noise is coming from. But seeing as I got this crazy noise, this is actually going to be a short drive. So I'm going to bring it right back to the shop. find. It is a holiday today. That's why the roads aren't very busy today. A lot of people stayed home. I don't blame you. Stay home, get that rest. Rest is key in life. Oh yeah. As a driver, that noise right there is very scary because you're like, what the hell is going on with my vehicle? Also, when dealing with noises in the vehicle, noise does travel. I have been in situations where noise sounds like it's coming from the front and it's actually coming from the back, and vice versa. Noise sounds like it's coming from the back, it's actually to the front. So, noises can be tricky. Noises happen in all kinds of vehicles. Trust, if you get into this business, one of the top complaints when you get in vehicles, noises. So, let's see what way to test to see if you have a bad wheel bearing is play. You're gonna shake the wheel, make sure there's no play. If you have play up and down and side to side, all from all aspects, usually indicates you have a bad wheel bearing. Up and down usually is a ball joint. Side to side, usually a tie rod situation. So that side was tight. This side has some play, and I checked it out. Wow, and it's actually the outer tie rod. That's play. Another good way to test the wheel bearing is put your hand on the coil spring wheel and rotate the tire. You actually feel the growling in the coil spring, like this, like that snatch. That I felt it as soon as I spun the wheel, starting to indicate that side has a bad wheel bearing. But I'm going to show you another way to test to pinpoint and to make sure 100% is the wheel bearing. Helping me diagnose this wheel bearing. This is a good tool to have. The stethoscope, you can pinpoint noises very well with this, but if you don't have one of these, a long screwdriver, something with a point end that you can put to your ear and try to pinpoint the noise. So let's see what we got. Oh yeah, wheel bearings toast. So this not that bad. You want to pick up transmission. That wheel bearing. So let's go to the rear diff. Do that. Quiet. This looks better. But that, that right front one is really bad. So I'll let the customer know who's now.
So I'm using my regular camera here. Usually I have been recording with my smart glasses, but the battery life of those are still pretty low. No, they are not the Meta ones, which I'm sure have a way better quality life, battery quality life. Wow, I can't talk. Than these. I mean, they are good. So I have both hands free for now, but right now we're starting with these off-brand smart glasses. But what I have found is that the customer also has a check engine light for a P0442 for that. And we have the smoke machine up here. I did test the purge valve to see if the purge valve was bad, but the purge valve was actually good. So I ended up smoking it, and what happens is, get my light. If you see it while I have it, it's smoke coming out the gas cap area. So we're gonna recommend a gas cap for this customer as a start. Sometimes with these diagnoses, sometimes you have to start somewhere. Sometimes that start isn't the initial fix, but it is a start somewhere just to get to where you're going. Did diagnose the wheel bearing. It is a bad right front wheel bearing. Right front wheel bearing is really bad. Also, vehicle has a bad left front outer tie rod. So we're going to let the customer know they also have a left front tie rod issue along with their right front wheel bearing. To get both of those replaced, and the customer also said that their 12-volt plug-in to which would be your cigarette lighter, like cars back in the day, but the 12-volt was not working, and found that this fuse, if you can look very close, you can see that it's blown. So the customer will need a new fuse to fix that problem. So let's go ahead and get these prices for this customer and see what the customer wants to do.